On his execution day, the set-up gallows for hanging failed. It was tested and retested, but they couldn't get the equipment to work when his neck was in the rope. The man was John Lee, also known as John Babbacombe Lee. He was born in 1864 in Abbotskerswell, England. And, just like Mordecai in the Bible, he couldn't be hanged even though his rope was tied around his neck. As a teenager, Lee worked for Emma Keese as a butler. But, in 1882, Keese sent Lee to prison because he was stealing from her. She, however, rooted for Lee's release and rehired him after 6 months. After many years, Keese planned to sell her estate. This plan did not settle well with Lee, as it meant losing his job. So, out of frustration, Lee lashed at Keese. This only led to Keese punishing Lee by reducing his salary. The salary reduction heavily impacted Lee's finances. And, Lee's fiancée left him soon afterwards. On November 15, 1884, police found Keese at her home with a slit throat and partially burnt. According to Ian Waugh, owner of the Lee Archive, John Lee was the initial suspect. The reason being, he was the only male in the house at the time of the murder and was found with an inexplicable cut on his arm. The unsuccessful attempts. During his trial, Lee was very calm. The judge declared him guilty of the murder and sentenced him to death by hanging. Lee's day of execution was set on February 23, 1885, at the Exeter prison. But, as Lee waited for the lever to be pulled with a rope around his neck, the trapdoor did not budge. Lee was removed from the rope, and the trapdoor was tested. When the executors were sure that it was working again, they placed the rope around Lee's neck again. But, when they tried to pull the trapdoor, it did not move again. The process was repeated for the 3rd time, and it was once again unsuccessful. So, the officials thought it was unlawful to attempt to hang Lee again for the 4th time. The witnesses, who were present, believed that it was divine intervention. God was proving Lee's innocence by preserving his life. Life afterwards. After the unsuccessful attempts to hang Lee, Britain's Home Secretary, Sir William Harcourt, changed Lee's sentence to life imprisonment with no possibility of parole. But, at this point, the general public believed in Lee's innocence. The public believed that God had saved Lee because he was innocent. Lee had gone through a very torturous experience and deserved to be set free. Thus, people protested for Lee's release. Further investigations failed to reveal any further evidence to prove Lee murdered Keese. Lee was released from prison in 1907 after serving 22 years. By that time, Lee was very famous. Lee got married to his first wife and fathered 2 daughters. He wrote an autobiography and spent his time touring the country lecturing about his life. Hope you have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to smash the subscribe button for more interesting videos.